Hello guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Claire, this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today, I need to get in the centre of the camera, and today guys, I'm going to be making a Halloween wreath. I've made my own, I'll show you. I showed you a little sneak peek, didn't I, the other day? So I'm going to attach these witch's boots and, you know, she's got her stripy tights on and there's a lovely boots. So witch's legs. So I made those myself and I made this myself too, witch's hat. So yeah, I'm going to be attaching these to a Deco mesh wreath. Now I argued with myself about this Deco mesh wreath and I thought to myself, will I make it all singing, all dancing? You know, adding not only those wreath attachments, but embellish it in some kind of way. And I thought to myself, no, it's a mesh wreath. I want the mesh to speak for itself. I love Deco mesh wreaths and the way they turn out. You know, there are times where I would, if I was using mesh as a filler, for instance, or I was building a wreath up with mesh, say in an evergreen wreath, then yeah, I would want it to be all singing, all dancing with picks and stuff. But I really don't want this to. I'm going to see. I also have a witch's broom and I thought to myself, will I put that across? I'm going to see how it turns out, guys, because in my mind, I'm going to be using this ribbon, this mesh. I just want it to be black and lime with the hat and the legs. And yeah, so let's get on with it because we've got a lot to do, and in order for me to get this out, I've only got 5 hours in which to get this made, get the video edited and get it up over to you guys. So we really must press on. So first of all, I already made my wreath ring. This is a 12-inch wreath ring. I'm expecting it to come out much further, you know, around about perhaps 12, could be 20 inches. It could turn out quite possibly 20 inches. So I've already made my wreath ring up with my chenille stems. They are, you know, strategically placed, as you can see, in order for me to put my mesh into. I have got some zip ties. I have got my 2 rolls of mesh. Not sure how much mesh I'm going to need for this because I usually do 14-inch. It's either 14-inch or 16-inch rings and not 12. So I don't do these as often, so it's not stuck in my mind. And I've got my ribbon, and of course I've got those. I've got my hat, my witch's hat. I'm really chuffed with how these worked out. You know, spider's webs on the and they're padded. Spider's webs on the hat there, and a little trim with a bow, as you can see. And I needed to bring that lime down onto these tights because this is a different colour, so I put a little trim across her boot there, and I made that little buckle. I had to freehand these boots. I really am super chuffed with how they came out, so let's get on. Right, so I need to cut my mesh, and I'm going to do, for speed and for ease, I'm going to do the poof and the ruffle method, which I've done many times on the channel before. It's my favourite method, and I know it gets a good result. Also, you know, I'm a dab hand at it, so I mean, I will do other wreaths throughout decorating season, and I will show you other methods, but for today I'm going to go with these. So first of all, I'm going to cut my mesh. There's 14 placements on this wreath. There is 8 on the bottom and 6 on the top, so I need to cut 14 pieces at 20 inches. I'm going for 20 inches, guys, so I'm going to cut 14 pieces at 20 inches. I've got what it's called, rotary cutter, and we're just going to get started. So I need to do that, and then I'm just wondering now whether to save on mesh, whether I lay my poofs down first, and I think that's what I'm going to do actually before I cut the mesh, because then what's left on the roll I can use to use for my ruffles, you know, so that's what I'm going to do. Because if I go halfway round and run out, you know, if I cut my 20 inches off this roll first, and then I decide to continue to use the roll to lay my poofs down, and then I run out, it's a bit of faffing about, and I don't want to be doing that. So I'm going to lay my poofs first, and then I will cut the 20-inch pieces. So I'm going to tip you down. I'm also going to see, because this is only cheap mesh, and when I say cheap mesh, you know, I think it was 4 rolls for $17.99. So it's only cheap, it's very see-through, as you can see. So I'm going to see how it looks on there, because even when you fill it with ribbon, it could still be see-through. So I'm going to see, because I might do a 3rd layer on the poofs. So I'm going to tip you down. In fact, I'm going to build you up and tip you down. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get my roll of mesh, the end of the roll. I'm going to fold it in, gather it a little bit. I'm going to get my end. I haven't opened my twist ties, so I'm just going to do I'm going to do the bottom layer first. So I'll just open those up. I'm being a bit frantic, but that's because I'm on a time limit, and to get this out for you today. So I need to calm down. More speed, less haste. Or is that right? Less haste, I don't know. And those maths that I did on the last video, guys, I'm absolutely rubbish. I said they were 75 pence for 4. They're not, they're £1.50, and somebody did correct me on that. So thank you very much. Right, where's my, yeah. So I'm just going to get a cable tie. I'm going to lay this mesh down right before, in fact, I'll do it on this one, right before this twist tie. I'm going to get my cable tie and would you believe it, every time I'm going to get my cable tie, and I'm going to, there we go, and I'm going to lay this tight as pos, lay that, snip the end off, as close to this first twist tie, because you're going through that one. You're going through it and you're going to the next one. I will put you on time lapse when I'm going to go about this much. I'm eyeballing it. I knew if I put this wool dress on, I would catch myself on the mesh. I shouldn't have put it on. Right, so I'm going that far out, I think, which is possibly, hang on. My craft area is an absolute mess, guys. It really is. All right about it the right way. Yeah, it's about 10 inches, 10-inch poofs. So you're skipping that first one that's open and you go into the next one. You will come back to that. Go to the next one, you're placing it down as a poof and you're twisting it in and securing it. So then, and make sure your ends are folded in every time you do a poof. So come to the next one. Open your placement. I'm just eyeballing it, and yeah. Place it in and twist. Fold your edges in. Create your poof. I'm attached again to the dress. Place it in. That's a little bit small. There we go. Place it in and twist to secure it. Right, so I'm going to put you on, I hope you've been able to see that, because obviously I've moved places. I've gone over there. I'm going to put you on time lapse, guys, and yeah. Now you're coming back to this first twist tie, and all you're doing is just making another poof again. Make sure your ends are in. Another poof. That might be a little bit small. I should have measured them. There you go. And you just go in to that placement, and there you go. Now you're going to transition over to the top. Hope you can see. And all you're going to do is jump up. So get your mesh, go to the top, but you're going to come to the top and you're going to miss that first twist tie. So bring it across, get another zip tie, done it again. Honestly, these drive me absolutely mad. That's better. So that's right before that twist tie, and you're doing exactly the same thing. You're going round again, and then you'll come back to this and put your last placement down. But I think this mesh is really quite see-through, guys, as you can see. So I think I'm gonna then do a third row, but I will skip from top to bottom. So I'll be right back. All I've done here now is cut. You'll have to excuse me, I've just put a sweet in my mouth. Shouldn't have done that. All I've done here is cut the rest of the mesh off. I'm going to take it round the back and I'm going to zip tie. You watch, this will be probably the third time I make this. Oh no, straight away. Get the flags out. Yeah, and that'll just keep that there. So that's the back of it. That's the back of it. This is the front of it. Right. So it doesn't look much at the moment, and I need to fluff these poofs out. Doesn't look much at the moment, guys, but then we're going to go in with our ruffles, our 20-inch ruffles, and it will start to take shape. I'm wondering whether that's even big enough. If it's not big enough, I've got plenty of mesh. I can go down the petal shed and get my already made wreath ring up down there, which is a lot bigger than this. Because it's not, it doesn't look. Let's have a look. Come out to 48 centimetres, which I'm not sure what that is in. One take. Okay, so we've got the deco mesh down, created our lovely, well, put your close up. Yeah, you'll never escape it being see-through because that's deco mesh. It's not completely see-through because I've used the 20-inch ruffles, plus I went in a third time with my poofs. I really do like this method, I must admit. So, and once it's on a background, you won't know. But I've just measured up, and I think that I made the best decision because this is, excuse me, a much better size for this. Let's see the legs. So the leg will go under here somewhere, you know. Yeah, I've made the right decision to go bigger, that 2 inches bigger. It made the difference. Now, I was deciding to myself, I thought, well, you know, normally I put ribbon tails on these, which is just, you know, 12-inch tails, dovetailed at the end. And I fold it in half and I bring it down. If you're recent to the channel, you won't know my usual method, but today I'm thinking that I would like to, because she's got a bow on a hat, I am thinking that I would like to create little bows to put into the placements going around. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but I don't think I'm going to go in every placement. I think I'm going to perhaps go in every other placement. I mean, I've got an odd number. I've got two, yeah, I've got odd numbers. So I'm going to see how it goes. But I have only got 10 yards of ribbon. And because I'll probably be using more than 12 inches. I mean, let me see. If I create a bow, and I'll show you a dead easy way to do a bow. Because these are the types of bows that I want. So if I was to do that, and then let me see, I'll have to measure it on the so let me see there if that's enough. Yeah, yeah. So I've just done a little bow. I haven't cut this tail off, but I'm going to cut the tail off now, and maybe to there, because maybe that's a bit too big. Well, I'm not going to waste that ribbon. So I've made this little bow, and I'm going to put it in the twist tie. What was I going to do then? I was going to measure the length of ribbon, wasn't I? Because normally I use 12-inch tails, but this is more than 12-inch, so this is 12 and then some, you know. So yeah, I'm not going to use every placement because I won't need to anyway, because the hat's going to cover some, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. So get your ribbon basically, and can you see what I'm doing? You just fold it into each other like that. Can you see? So all I've done, it's as if you're putting your scarf around your neck, but keep your dots, like this is the pretty side, that's kind of faded on the back, so keep your pretty side. So there you go. It's like putting a scarf on and crossing it across your neck, and then all you're going to do is go to the top, bring it down. Can you see? I brought it down to the cross where you crossed it over. Oh, you can't see. And then I'm going to pinch it really. And then you created a little bow, and obviously wired ribbon because it keeps its shape, and you created a little bow. So normally I would then either use the same kind of ribbon, or, you know, a covered piece of wire to keep it in shape, but I'm going to put it in this placement straight away. So I'm going to show you. I'll tip you down. And I'd like them facing out, obviously, so I'm going to place it down. I'm going to find actually in a minute where I'm going to put the hat. Place it down and twist your twist ties. Now I want rid of them twist ties because they're white, so I'm going to cut it right down there, because I'm not going back in that placement now. Oh, I didn't twist it enough. Damn. Just get those pliers. Yeah, just don't do what I did. I cut it too far down, and I should have done more than one twist. There you go. Right, that's secure now. I've got my little bow. I'm wondering, right, there's the little bow. Can you see? I'm just wondering now whether I cut those right down and use my ribbon and then glue them in. I think that's what I might do, because you can still see the white on that, and I don't want you to, you know. So, right, I'm gonna and that little tail is going the wrong way. Yeah, I like those little bows. Right, okay, so I'm going to make some of those little bows up, and I'm going to cut these down. I'm going to make sure they're secure. I'm going to cut them down, and then I'm going to turn them in on themselves, and hopefully you won't get to see them. They're the only chenille stems that I had, apart from some Christmas ones. You know, yeah, Christmas ones. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna see a little bit, but never mind. Unless I find something to put. Yeah, right, okay, so I'll go off and make some bows. Right, guys, I'm just waiting for the glue gun to thingy so I can stick my bows on. I've attached her legs because I was having a battle with how am I gonna get these legs on. Don't forget, I've made these legs, they're handmade, and I've never done this. I mean, I've done loads of deco mesh wreaths, but I've never done this craft that I did and then attached it to a wreath. So I was wondering to myself, right, how on earth am I going to do that? And do you know what? I'm just going to leave it as it is now, because I've messed around enough and enough time has passed. So that is the I really need to get a wreath stand. I've got one, but it's only a small one, so it stands on my table as I do them. I need to get a bigger one, you know, so I can stand at it, because that now really ideally should be stood up. I'm just going to hold it up in the mirror just to see that it's nice and level. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. Super happy with those legs. I've just got to put a hat on and her bows on. Really, really happy with what I've achieved there. So yeah, so just waiting for the glue gun to heat up. So I think perhaps we could even, I've chipped my bloody nails as well. Never have nice nails when you're a crafter. I think I might go and attach, you know, I'll do it on camera, attach a hat. Because again, you know, I've never made one of these hats and legs before, so it's a question of how am I going to get it attached. So, and where do I want it positioned? So I'm going to have a look. I think there. What do you think? Not that you can answer me right now, but you know, I think, oh, do I? There's the legs, hat to the side. Yeah, I think there. So I'm going to have to turn it over. No, not yet. I've got to be careful of those legs now to make sure they don't break while I'm attaching, turning it over and stuff, you know. So I've got the hat, I'm going through the mesh to the frame. This is why I could do with a let me see, is that right? Or further up. Can't go much further up because I've got nowhere to tie it to. There, like that, let me see. Yeah, and that could do with going down, so maybe I might have to glue a little bit of that down onto the mesh. Let me see in the camera. There's the legs. Yeah, that hat's tipping up, isn't it? And you can see that little bit of thing where I haven't covered it. Let's have a look. I'm going to cover that. So just cut a strip off. Oh, there's a strip. No, it's not. It's not enough, I don't think. Sorry about this. I'm going to skip off and come back. Right, I've attached the hat and I remedied that naughty bit that was exposed that I made a mistake on. And now I'm going to attach these ribbons and I'm going to attach them with glue. If my glue gun will behave, it's being very silly. Mind you, it was overworked the other night. And then we'll finish up. So I've got 3 bows there. I think that's nice. I may need to make some more bows. I'm not going to put any there. I'm going to hold it up. I'm definitely going to put some round the sides. I need to move that ribbon. You see, now it's become cumbersome, this, because of the legs. Because I don't want to break the legs. Right, okay. We'll definitely go one down here. one down there. I've got, after these two, I've got 2 left. I could do some more. Where was that one? There. So I want one. That'll have to go there, which is a little bit close to the legs. It's not, so it's off centre. Never mind. And another one there. I've just burnt myself. And I think I've got 2 left, and I'm going to come round. I'm going to come, yeah, up there, and then I'm going to hold it up to use and use. I'm going to hold it up to you, and you can see. I'm in a rush now. I really want to get this out to you this evening, so I'm in a bit of a rush. So I'm going to see it, I'm going to hold it up. It's just how I imagined it, actually. It's super cute. Maybe these, I don't know, I need to straighten these bows up. I'm just going to go and have a look. Right, guys. I am going to leave it as it is. There's definitely room for improvement, but I am my own worst critic. Whoopsie. But I want to get this video across to you. So this is how she's looking. I feel as if I need a bow there. I will add a bow there. At this moment in time, I'm not going to touch it because I need to get off this camera and get this video edited. But yeah, I'll put another bow up there. It's just that this, I think I already had a bow up there and then I took it off because the hat was getting lost in the bows, because of course she's got the same bow on. You know, I should have thought that one through. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I am happy with it, and that will go nicely on my door. I am going to make some more of these, and I have got that one, that wreath there that I used, that I made up first to discover it was going to be too small for the legs and the hat. I've already got another little thing. I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek there. And it's a very, very cheeky sneak peek. So I've got another thing because I need to add more features to that. I'm not happy with the way it is. And that can go on there. So I will be back next Thursday with another. I mean, I'm going to be back Sunday, Tuesday, but Thursday is, let's call it craft day. So I will be back to do that wreath as well, that Halloween wreath. So yeah, I am happy with this. That could perhaps go a little bit tighter on there, like that. But let me know what you think. I definitely need something there. Let me see. So yeah, I do. I thought I had another bow. I'll make a bow and I'll put that there. Yeah, I'll make a bow and put it there. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it for what I've shown you anyway. I don't really want to share this recipe with you yet because I've only just started it myself, and plus the fact there's a lot of crafters that are using these and making these themselves in groups that are paid for. You know, I just refuse to pay the money, you know, £90 for 3 months, and you only get to see, you don't get to see any of the past stuff. You only get to, you only had access to stuff that they were making up to that time, and I'm just not doing it. I haven't got the money to anyway, so I taught myself how to do them. So I'm not ready to share these with you yet, until, you know, I can, but there'll be plenty coming up. I don't mean just witches' legs and hats or that little thing there that I've got. I mean, you know, there's going to be all sorts of Christmas things going on. So do stick around, and this is aching my arm. And if you enjoyed today's video, please will you give me a thumbs up, because it really does help the algorithm that you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, it just it'll help push my videos out. So I'll appreciate that. So thumbs up and click subscribe should you want to. It would be lovely to have you join the channel. And it's been absolutely lovely to see you today, even though I haven't spent much time, you know, and crafting Claire is different to everyday Claire because I get quite serious and I get quite stressed. Do you know what I mean? You know, if we could all do things, you know, like reels, like when you get a reel and you know, you click your fingers and it's all done, you know, that'd be fantastic. I get a lot of enjoyment out of making things, but I do get a degree of anxiety whilst I'm making them, because you have a vision in your mind. This I absolutely love. I do need a bow there, and I'm really, really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think next time I perhaps would use a different coloured mesh to the, you know, to the actual embellishment, because I feel as if this hat's getting lost somewhat. I don't suppose it'll be lost when the little kiddies are knocking on my door, you know, for the trick or treats. It'll be a perfect little, she will be a perfect little host, you know, welcome to my little ghouly guests, ghouls and goblins and stuff. So I'm really happy with her. And like I say, I will come back next Thursday with another wreath, another Halloween wreath that's already made up pretty much, but I'm going to be using something that you've seen in a haul and something that I've made. So yeah, so thank you very much for joining me. You take care, and I'll see you on Sunday. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Do you know what I'm doing this weekend? I'm going to go and see my son. I've got my workshop on Saturday, and I'm going with my friend Kim from Make With Millie. We're going over together to this autumn workshop. Kim's having a bad time, a very bad time at the moment. She really is. My heart goes out to her. So she's coming with me, and we're gonna have a little bit of escapism, I suppose. She needs it. So we're going to our autumn workshop on Saturday 2 till 4, and then we are going, me personally, I'm going to go and see my son. I haven't seen him for 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks or is it more? 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm desperate to see him. And yeah, so we're all going over and we're going to go and see him, and the daughter's coming as well because she's missed him just as much as me. And we're going to have lunch, and we're going to take him and do a little bit of shopping and stuff, and just to catch up with him and give him the biggest hug. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a lovely weekend, whatever you may be doing. I'll be back on Sunday for those of you that join me for Meals of the Week, and I will be back on Tuesday with a little something, and then on Thursday with another Halloween wreath. So take care. Thank you. I'm pulling you closer because I can't reach to switch you off. Take care. Have the best weekend, and I will I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.